Burp. Burp.
What a stud. My biggest buck, I think, with a bow.
I'm gonna let him get through the gateway and then I'm gonna hit him with a couple grunts. See if we can't pull him back up here. There he goes. There he goes. Smoked him. I just smoked Whitey. It's 10 after 6. I just hammered him. He came through our old gateway. I gave him a couple grunts. He came right to us. Probably 27 yards. I hammered him. It's almost about time to wrap it up here tonight. Been a pretty slow night. We had Dakota falling and then a little buck come underneath us right when we got in the tree. Then after that, it got pretty slow. Oh, right here. It's him, it's him, it's him.
Gee, look at the brows on that buck. He looks almost identical to my 10 last year. What a freaking awesome deer.
Buck right here. Yeah, I'll shoot that deer.
We've literally been in the tree. I don't even think we're completely set up yet.
That deer. Oh yeah.
We had phenomenal blood for 400 or 500 yards and just never stopped. He bedded twice and must have been bedded and just knew he wasn't gonna make it and fell down the rest of the way to the hill. It feels nice to punch a Wisconsin tag.
I've seen enough of them. All right, here we go. Ready? bedded down. Oh man, I can't believe that just happened, dude. First deer of the trip. Truly blessed for this opportunity, and couldn't ask for much more than this, and just feel very fortunate. So
today the sun come out. We got standing corn down this hill, probably 400 yards. And these deer should be bedded up here to the north of us, and they should be heading down this afternoon. Bert, Bert. I absolutely drilled him. Where you at him? I think I... November 16th, down here in Iowa. We just got him out of the woods, got him out in the open here and propped up. Brandon and I have been at it the last couple of days down here. Weather's been real cold. We got hit with a snowstorm yesterday.
We should be about, I was thinking somewhere within 150 yards of this deer now, from where we seen him this morning. Our guess is he's on the other side of this draw here. We're gonna just ease up on the top here and slowly work it and keep looking down in the draws, and hopefully we can run into him, but we know we're getting pretty close to him here. Thanks, dude. That's a hell of a deer. The deer still had a lot of life left in him. We were able to get closer on him and get one more arrow in him. It's not the way you want to see it done, but what an awesome buck. I'm happy with him, really happy with him.
Kind of fed out the winter meat field behind us, but the next group is already on its way in.
I'm pumped, man. I can't thank these guys enough for bringing me out here. This has been a heck of a trip. This year's been so much fun. Couldn't be happier to have my first out-of-state buck on the ground, especially with Mike Mansell behind the camera. We've been chasing deer for a long time together, and this is the first one he's filmed me kill. Good buck anyway. It's really cool when it all comes together like it has this year.
I realize that's not a very high-scoring deer, but that deer has been a 200-plus pound deer since summer. I think that deer is old. He came walking up, and he's got so much mass on him. Oh man, I know he's not gonna score worth a hoot, but that is a big deer. That's a big deer. I smoked him.
Woo, we found him. He gave us a good blood trail, but petered out at the end here. That's a nice mane. Oh, just look at that frame. Wow.
Hopefully some show up tonight before dark, because it gets dark quick in here. We're in real tall old timber, so not much sunlight gets through, so hopefully they want to cooperate and want to get at this bait early. Is that through the heart?
Wow. I was tore up inside.
Yeah,
I
good head.
really thought that was a bad shot. Look at that. That is awesome. First bear ever down. Thank you so much, Brad. This has been awesome.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yep.
We keep doing this year in and year out, man. I'm gonna have to owe you. So,
Buck down, Dad. Yep. Give me a high five, buddy. I mean, the last 4 years have been a struggle learning a new farm every year. But I'd say we're off to a pretty good start with this one, bud. Don't move. He's walking this way, dude. He's walking right here. Don't hardly move. You on him? Tell me when you're good, Logan.
Super happy we were able to find him. We knew it was going to be a dead deer. It was a little low, a little back, but he was quartering away super hard. So the hunt was awesome last night. Decoy Dan did his job.
see him in the bottom.
Meh.
I thought my shot was a touchback. It looked like long liver. And he ran across the creek and he kind of hunched up. And then he went up the hill and we watched him crash. He's laying dead probably 90 yards from us.
Let this deer go overnight. We're gonna go down here where I shot him, go look for the arrow, see if we can find blood, start following the trail.
Right in the middle of those trees.
Alright. This was another buck we had on the list. He's a tight racked, mature deer. Not a high scoring deer, but definitely a mature deer. I'm super happy with him. He's an awesome buck.
Pretty sure it's a shooter out here. Right about 150, 200 out. He just went down in the field right there. Oh man, does that feel good?
What here? It's a big flat. He's right here.
There you
First velvet whitetail opening night in North Dakota, 2019. Couldn't ask for anything better. And to start off, I mean, we weren't in a tree more than 2 hours to start the season. This guy walks right in, 15 yards.
Dude, let's go. Let's go. That could not have worked out any better.
Oh yeah.
Dang. Look at those inside points.
This week's been a pretty good grind. It's day 7 or 8, and this is our first buck or mature buck encounter that we've actually had in all those days. We made it work tonight. Great night, great buck.
Last night, well, yesterday afternoon was pretty rough on me. We watched this buck go into this last draw probably, I'm gonna tell you, 1,000 yards from here yet. And we waited for what we could see. He never come out. He wasn't in there. I found a little bit of blood, but it's so hard to find blood, and you know, it hits this grass, you can't see it. Coyotes are terrible out here. I figured the coyotes would have got him last night, and they did. I actually walked right up there last night. We got up here this morning, and there's magpies all over.
November 9th, Logan and I just got out here to Ohio. We drove straight through the night after Logan got done with work. We got here about 4 something this morning. We're not familiar with this area that we're going into, so we just let it get light out. And now we're gonna walk up in there and take a look around. I think she's by herself. I could zip one in there. Logan, there's a big buck. Logan, get on. You see him? I'm zoomed in, Max. Yeah, I see him. Mer. Dude, I just smoked him. He's dead. Come up to this river bottom to do some scouting, in this buck step there stands up with this doe, and it had, from the time I saw the deer to the time I shot, had to have been about 5 seconds. Looks like Logan's gonna get 5 days to himself here. I'll be a playing cameraman. Nice shot.
Oh, I don't deserve him. I don't deserve him at all. So this morning I said a prayer. I said, Jesus, just help me to keep my patience this year. And I looked across the field, and this dude's down there tending a doe on the other side of the field. And thank you, Jesus. And that deer came right across the field, worked his way through Dad's cornfield up here. And I made about a 30, I'm gonna say 35-ish yards or whatever. I put the 35-yard pin right on him, and Jesus guided the arrow, and he's dead right there. I'm gonna say he's one of my biggest bucks ever.
What do you say when you shoot a big buck?
Big buck down.
Can I get knuckles?
Look alive, everybody. I hope this tickles your fancy. Put it down.
Let's go, baby.
Got him.
You're gonna make this happen.
Yes. Come on.
I am the icebreaker with a filmmaker's hands up, cause we going wild. I am a giant. I got the sauce and I'm never missing when I'm taking these shots.
Got it.
But I am a boss. Get over here, I'ma give you that loss. Now, number one now, never backing down, we want it all. We gonna shut it down, come on, bring it now, never slowing down, we want it all.
get you fired up. Nothing will. Welcome back to another Rut Live.
We want it all.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Rut Live. We can't wait to bring you live action from the tree with Mike Mansell tonight, cameraman Quentin, hunting out of Iowa. We also have in our next lineup, running nading, cameraman Jaden Stetler, hunting out of Iowa as well. The boys are probably putting some bone down tonight. We got Dylan Gulick with cameraman Brennan Trade coming out of Wisconsin. We also have Hunter Jacobs and Jacob Rand in the stand tonight coming out of Wisconsin. And most importantly, I'd like to introduce you all to my co-host, Mr. Jimbo. Jimbo, how you doing? Welcome back. We're excited to have another episode of Rut Live. I don't know about you, but I am stoked.
I'm jacked and I'm ready to rock and roll with this program and see some bone hit the ground. That's for sure on that.
Dude, tonight I feel we have a good opportunity. You know, we had a good episode in North Dakota a few weeks back. Weather's hot. It's not, I just can't get into that. I mean, I know it's awesome, but it's hard for me to get into knowing how early it is in the year. And it's just like not really deer hunting time, even though you guys are burying these big velvet bucks. But it's tough for me to get into. But when we hit this episode and temps are 48 in my house when I get up in the morning, I get fired up.
Yeah, it's getting to be that magic time. I mean, with these colder temps, these bucks are starting to spar and start covering territories where they want to claim them, and they're really starting to get fired up and start getting into that pre-rut mode.
Yeah, it seems that way, man. I've had a couple of good bucks on camera here at home. Recently been kind of sparring with each other a little bit, you know. I think we're definitely in that pre-rut situation. As I said, temps are dropping. Things are starting to feel like hunting season again for those of us down here in the South. You probably had the benefit of that for at least a month now up north, but we're finally getting there down here, and dude, I could not be more excited. And I think things are lining up for a good hunt for the boys tonight. Honestly, if it weren't for you turds, I'd be in a tree stand as well. All right, we're going to have a quick check-in with our live hunter Mansell from the tree. See how he's doing. He's all set up and ready to go. I see we've added the weather widget. What a nice touch.
So let me know when you're good. You can record this one too. We're back in the tree in Iowa here, October 18th. Welcome everyone to the second episode of our Rut Live. Me and Clinton are hunting my urban piece tonight. We're in here after a buck we call a short time 10. This is actually a buck that me and Scott had an encounter with last year. Me and Isaac had an encounter with last year. Seen him, I think, 2 or 3 times from the tree. Passed him out of this stand last year in November. And the reason we're sitting here tonight is just because we're kind of running out of ideas of where these deer are hanging out. It's been a really odd year as far as hunting urban. I mean, granted, the weather's not been the greatest to start season here in Iowa, but we're just not seeing the deer movement that we normally do, so we're pressing in here a little bit tonight, hunting the timber instead of hunting the edges. And we're thinking this buck, his primary bedding's up to the north here. Based on the last 2 years of pictures I've had of him, it seems like this deer's always coming out of that north bedding or going back into it. And hopefully we can intercept him tonight. kind of just rolling the dice and sitting on some random trails. This strip of timber we're in is probably about 200, 250 yards wide. So they can kind of just randomly travel wherever in here. But we're kind of sitting in an opening where a few trails intersect, so hopefully run into him. Otherwise, I still need to shoot some does here in urban, fill some antlerless tags. So if we get the opportunity tonight, we're going to take advantage of it here. But yeah, it's pretty much what we got going on. Temps are in about the 70s today. It's low pressure, so not really the most ideal weather right now. We're getting a cold front tomorrow here in Iowa, which I'll be really looking forward to it. Try and get in one of my better spots, I'm thinking. But yeah, hopefully we can just get something happen and get on the board here tonight. It's been a slow start in Iowa for us. See if we can do it.
All right, we're going to take a live look at Dylan now, hunting some oaks.
It is October 18th, and Brandon and I are back here in central Wisconsin. We've only hunted this property, I think, once so far this year. We've been kind of waiting to come back to this good part of the property until the later part of October, and when the weather started to get good, but it's still a little bit warm yet today. But we do have a perfect wind for this stand. It's a west wind blowing kind of away from this plot in the marsh where the deer typically come from. We're sitting over a winter rye field and a radish mix as well in this plot. We have a ton of deer hitting it every night, and we've got 2 scrapes on both sides of the plot. We've got bucks
Jacob is
hitting
hunter,
the scrapes
I
pretty
assume.
regularly. We've got a buck we call Shorty. I've got 4 years of history with that buck now. His rack doesn't change much year to year, but he's definitely a 5.5-year-old deer this year. And then we've got another buck that's got split G2s that we're calling Euchre, who's back here quite a bit as well. We've got a few other bucks that I'd probably shoot too, so we'll see what happens, but just excited to be back out in the tree and getting to this time of year. So we've also got a fawn in the plot. So
Yeah, he is.
Just fire us back up.
He spits. Question for you.
Gonna take a quick check-in with Brennan in Iowa. Looks like temps are about 72 degrees. Got a little pitter-patter buck. Action on the hoof, though. That's a good thing. Live decoy. Jimbo, when's the last time you shot a buck like that? Last year?
Years ago, like way back when I was youthful. Not so much gray.
Hey, we all get them.
Yeah.
Little split screen. We're going to get B's buck hitting the water tank. And Dylan's out there in the field, man. These water tanks have been a topic of hot discussion on social media for the last several years. People act like it's the end-all, be-all. What do you guys think about that, Jim?
I have some on my properties, and they are very, very beneficial, especially come rut, because those bucks will be cruising, and then they'll hit that. Get a good drink of water in because they get really dehydrated, and then that gives you good opportunities for shots, and then also, also for the does during rut and stuff like that. They are very beneficial.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen even guys that are putting these damn things like 50 yards from the river or the lake and saying that if you create that little niche with a little bit of water and you've got cover, you'll draw them into that little spot more so than the riverbank would, for a drink. So it makes sense. I just wondered if you guys are utilizing them too up there like people down here are. And I know that there's a pretty heavy element of EHD, consideration in that. Like if you've got the property to do so and you can bring these deer on there to drink out of your tank and they're not drinking out of those low water sites when we have dry years and getting bit by those midges and getting EHD, then that's a good thing. So that's why I'm all in on the water tanks or fresh running water, but I just wondered what your thoughts were.
I would agree 100% because too they also have stuff where you can put in the water tanks where it kills any bacteria or anything else from other deer. Where Michael's had it on her site, where you can put that in and it'll help control stuff like that as well. I mean,
And
like I
what
said,
is that called?
I would have to re-look it up, but I know they have that product where we've been also endorsing that as well.
It's EH defense, I'm pretty sure, but is that part of the, correct me if I'm wrong, the Deer Maximizer line, I think, maybe? I don't remember.
I believe so.
But
I believe so.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
There's only one company that's making anything that is supposed to battle EHD, and I think it's called EH Defense, but I don't remember who the producer is. But yeah, and I have no idea if it works or if it doesn't, but it's not a bad idea to try.
Just making sure you're doing your job.
But
yeah, definitely, because
I think it's a pesticide, I would guess, and I don't know anything about it, but that's the root cause of EHD. You want to kill those little bugs.
Yep. Yeah, that's definitely going to be an ongoing battle, because man, that EHD that claims a lot of good deer and definitely reduces herds by.
I've seen quite a lot of posts coming up on social media this last few weeks from the Midwest, Michigan, which obviously I'm tied in pretty heavy there, so I'll see a lot of stuff from there. Illinois, Iowa, Ohio about the EHD, but you never know if any of that's true. Like, I've seen at least 3 times I've seen the same picture of a dead buck to EHD this year that I saw last year. So it's not, it's the same damn picture. So obviously,
yeah,
it's not continuing to spread, but I do know that it's a big issue, and when it gets really widespread in the Midwest, I usually have some cousins that are calling me talking about it. And I haven't heard any of that lately. Actually, I have some cousins up there that have been harvesting bucks lately. So I think, in my opinion, from what I've seen, the Midwest is pretty good with EHD this year. I don't think it's going to wipe out anybody's, dream buck. So that's great.
Yeah, definitely, especially when you get those long droughts like that where it gives all the perfect recipe for that EHD.
All right, we're going to check in with Hunter here. Hunslow Jake, see what he's up to. 74 degrees sitting in Wisconsin.
Well, Jacob and I came out to my lease in central Wisconsin.
All right, we got a little bit of a technical difficulty with Hunter. He's kind of freezing up on us, so we're just going to check back in with Brennan here. Watch this little fighter. So 72 in Iowa for Brennan right now. Sitting at 79 here at home.
We're at 69 here.
Oh, I bet you are, Jimbo. All right, checking back in here with Brennan. He's sitting this spot tonight with no history on a nice buck that he's recently got on camera. But B's pretty sure he's going to be bedded within a few hundred yards of where they're at. They're sitting a stand he's calling Cedar Water. It's 75 degrees. They got a west-northwest wind at 8 miles an hour. And this buck is an absolute stud. Bringing Hunter back in, see what he's got going on. Never mind. Just kidding about that. He's still frozen. We're going to transition back to B and keep an eye on little Forkhorn here. That's a good-looking young buck right there for a first-time hunter. I've got a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old that have just started shooting bows pretty regular lately. And we've got a 7-point out behind the house that comes around constantly that I'm trying to put him on. He's not much bigger than that.
Nothing beats when you take a youth out or a new hunter that's just freshly getting into it and seeing, the excitement on their face, and then especially the expressions and the outcome afterwards when they're done harvesting or just took a nice shot on an amazing animal and see their face just light up and them just go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it cuts a groove that's going to be there for the rest of your life.
Oh yeah, definitely. Once they drop a nice animal or their first one, it definitely hook, line, and sinker on them, and it gets them hooked. But nothing beats that feeling, seeing that kid or any of your family members be able to harvest or take them out and see them harvest a animal and experience that with them and make some awesome memories on that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I will say that that's the one thing that I will give Crossbows credit for. As much as I hate the absolute piss out of them, they have given people who otherwise wouldn't have the ability to get out during archery season the ability to get out during archery season. So
Yeah,
I
I would
love them
agree
for
with you
that.
on
You
that.
know, I've
Yep.
got a young nephew that has been out, during archery that wouldn't otherwise have been out. And that's awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But
That's pretty.
I yeah, I also have a physically fit buddy of mine that uses a crossbow, and that's not awesome. I don't appreciate that at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty stubborn on them too. Cause last year when I was out with shoulder surgery, I could have used the crossbow, but I was like, nope, not gonna do it. I sat
Yeah,
out, filmed
yeah.
more, and waited till I was strong enough to get back on the horse. And once I was ready to get back on the horse, I was shooting really good, and now back to using my old traditional.
Yeah, heck yeah. Good for you, man. And again, there are scenarios where the crossbow is the obvious choice. Like when I'm 80 and I'm hunting with my grandkids, I'll probably be using a crossbow.
Yeah, I'll be the same way. I'm sure once I can't pull a bow back or my shoulder goes out on me, I'll be using the string gun too.
Yeah, yeah. So touching on deer movement patterns in your neck of the woods up there right now, as far as where I'm at, in the last few days, I've noticed an extreme downtick in activity. Like the last 2 days, honestly. I had cameras blowing up for the last several weeks with bucks and does, and everybody's happy. And then 2 days ago, nothing. And that's across the board. Have you experienced anything like that up there or no?
Last couple of days it kind of slowed down. Uh, due to I'm guessing with we had a lot of rain yesterday and the day before we had rain, so I'm guessing with that rain it kind of slowed them down in movement, and then also I was the same way. Was getting a lot of new bucks and also a lot of good different bucks that I haven't had on camera before. Definitely starting to show up and move around, but the last day or so with this rain and different weather, yeah, they kind of shifted gears and definitely not moving so much.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, I'm still getting the little doinkers on camera, but the nice bucks I was getting are nowhere in sight.
It could be too that maybe they're just moving too on just different parts of your parcel, or like mine, where we're just not catching them on the camera.
Well,
Because
it actually is just
sometimes,
it's just a schedule change, honestly. I mean, I'm
yeah.
still getting them at night, but they
Hmm.
were cruising through like 8:30 in the morning, and now it's 11:30 at night. And honestly, last weekend I was planning to go hunt and woke up Sunday morning to a sick kid, so couldn't go, and got a 8:30 a.m. picture of those two bucks fighting that I sent you earlier. I'll pull it up right now on the
Yeah.
stand I was going to be sitting in, which is equal parts heartbreak but also excitement. It was nice to know they're in there, and I'm looking forward to moving those chess pieces to hopefully
Oh
try to
yeah,
catch up with one of
definitely.
them.
But
Yeah.
you know what could happen too, Carrots, is maybe since that happened, maybe you'll get something twice this size come in and you'll smash something two times that, and maybe God was on your side.
Yeah, for sure. Well, he better be. I set it out, man. Send something my way. Yeah,
Hey,
that's
good
how I
things
always
come to those
feel.
who wait.
Right, right. No, that particular property is honestly something. It already is a blessing because I never planned on hunting it to begin with. So the fact that I've got a camera there and bucks on it, that's just gravy, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy how things sometimes just work out, especially when you don't expect, you're going to do a lot with it or, even go on it. And then all of a sudden, you just kind
Yeah.
of set it up a little to feel it out. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's just great success.
Yep. Yep.
It'll go like southwest, west, northwest, back and forth. We can't have it blow southwest here, otherwise we're gonna be in trouble.
All right. What do you say we get into a little bit of trivia? How's that sound, Jimbo? First one to answer the trivia question accurately on here will win a free bag of the Rut coffee. It's a delicious coffee blend, roasted by Spitzley himself. He sits in his basement with the beans, with a little bitty wood fire. No, it's good coffee, though. It's great coffee. Let's get into it. All right. How many bucks have been shot during Rut Live? Get in there. Post your best answer. First one to answer. Rut Blend Coffee from The Breaking Point. Won it already, huh? Good job, Patrick. Patrick Croning won it already. Patrick with the lightning fingers. Congratulations. Shoot us go ahead and shoot us a message with your address, and we'll ship that right out. Appreciate you watching, buddy. Congrats. I was just pulling up this picture that I was talking about that I got sent while we were in church on Sunday morning. See if I can throw this up here. So, nothing giant. Oh, too much glare and too much of me being stupid. Not giants by any means. The buck on the right there, he's got a good set of antlers on him, and I'll shoot him. I'd love to shoot him. And I had planned on being there to shoot him. So, but plans change. I'll be back. I'll be back in there. But that little strip of land was a 25-acre piece that my family owns, and we've got a Longhorn cattle farm on one side of it and a horse farm on the other side of it. And they both absolutely hate us because we annexed that property to the city to be developed for a subdivision like 10 years ago or 15 years ago, because that's why we bought it. We were going to build houses on it. That's what we do. So they got real upset, especially the guy with the Longhorn cattle, sitting there bitching at me. He walked up while I was sitting in a tree stand one time and started chewing my ass. So it was kind of clear cut out of spite just to piss those neighbors off, really. But it turned it into a whitetail haven. I've had more bucks on camera in that little spot than I've had anywhere on any property ever. And they're none of them huge, but I'm looking forward to going in there and capitalizing on a couple maybe. Enough about me. We're going to check in with Brennan here, see how things are going in Iowa.
Recording on that one. Yeah. Well, we got in the tree a little later than I was hoping. But we're in the tree. The farmer had some goats get out, so we had to do a little wrangling. No more than got set up. Weren't even fully set up. We just had that little buck come in. He was under us for, felt like a half hour. Got a drink of water, hit that scrape, and finally he caught our ground scent right at the base of the tree and kind of bounded off. We're in one of my favorite stands tonight. I call it the Cedar Water Stand. I've had some good hunts in here, but I don't think I've ever sat this stand in October. I usually wait till the rut for it, but we had a buck daylight this morning. It's a buck I've had on camera for the last month, but I haven't had a good picture of him to really see what he is until this morning. He took a selfie right in front of the cell cam and kind of showed me what he got. He looks real massive. He's got a split on his right G2 and real good brows, real good mass, and just like a big club on the right or on the left side. Historically, when I get a buck on this camera in the morning, they're bedded back here over my shoulder, not very far away, especially that late in the morning. We got in here pretty clean, I think. I got Jaden running the camera, and I'm pretty optimistic we're gonna see this buck tonight. And he's not the only one in here that I'd like to shoot, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully the wind cooperates. It's very, very light and variable right now, but it's supposed to pick up as the night goes, which is gonna play in our favor. Should be blowing right back here where we came from, so we'll hang in here and see if we can get lucky. If you want.
Well, hanging in there and seeing if we get lucky is how I ended up with 4 kids. I gotta do some
shit on my phone.
Here's hoping, buddy. Oh, good looking spot for B. Good looking spot for Mansell, man. Honestly, this is my favorite time of fall. To be out in a stand right now for like the next 2-3 weeks. I know that the Druries will tell you it's the October lull. I don't give a damn. It's the best time to be in a tree stand.
Yeah, anytime in a tree stand's a good time, especially during this time of year. It's nice, relaxing, and you never know what's going to pop up and come ripping through or come in and start battling in front of you with another buck.
Yeah, we've got, hell yeah. Oh, there we go. There we go, baby. What do we got there on cams? Is that Shorty? He's got 4 years of history with this buck, so he's at least 5.5 years old. Good old Shorty.
Yeah.
Nice buck named Euchre. That's spades for you southern folk. And we also have Kevin Trent checking in on the YouTube. Good to have you back, buddy. Said he just got back from Ohio, winless on that front. But hey, man, when you live in Tennessee, you're typically coming home winless from Ohio. Euchre's Dylan's new buck here, but he's got 4 years of pictures on Shorty. He's been racking up data on this buck for quite a while, looking to take him down. So if he can capitalize tonight, that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that would be an awesome cherry on the top, being able to harvest him on the Rut Live after he's been chasing them so a while. That would definitely be a awesome high point. If that happens.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm after Euchre if I'm him.
Well, yeah, I would agree, but sometimes like they say, beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
When I left last, it wasn't supposed to rain till after dark.
As always, thank you guys for tuning in with us. We got a short tine 10 here. This is a buck that has a little bit of history with Mansell and Spitzley. Those boys ran into him once before, at least once, as far as my knowledge goes, which is not very far. So that's who he's on the hunt for. He's pretty sure that buck's, yeah, they're hunting city, which makes it a little tricky. But Mansell's got a good game plan here.
Yeah, he usually always has a pretty good rock solid game plan, always.
Yeah, right. What he lacks in looks, he makes up for in smarts. So he's got reason to believe this buck is bedding in the big woods and traveling out there to the crop fields in the evenings. I don't know what that reason is, but I trust that face. Mansell's just trying to find the right trail.
I got that 6x5.
Yep.
I got a nice 9.
Big chess game, pretty much, with that one. Hopefully he can get the king and smash him.
The most mature one I got in there. He's not like a big scoring deer, but he's definitely older.
Overall, I would say it looks, not too shabby for everybody. Really good, reasonable weather.
Last year.
100%.
I thought he was only 3 when I looked at the photos from this year, but then I looked back at pictures last year. He's definitely a 4-year-old deer. That 6x5's 4.5. He's gonna be a giant next year. Like, that's a deer I absolutely can't shoot.
That's a phrase I've never said in my life.
No, I haven't had a picture of him since the 4th. Doesn't surprise me though. This is I got just this one picture of him, but I don't know. I don't recognize him from last year. This is this year.
We're going to take this moment to give a big shout out to Mostriz. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate the love. We're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break here shortly, in the next few seconds.
A lot of the pictures, it's weird. A lot of the pictures have been like middle of the night in there.
No offense, Mansell.
And last year's complete opposite. Like almost all my pictures were daylight.
I tell you that big buck daylighted 2 nights ago, 3 nights ago.
checking back in with Brennan here. Sit in the water tank in Iowa. Got big hopes. That looks a little overcast to me. I don't think it's super sunny where he's at. Honestly, it's not super sunny where I'm at, which gets me even more excited, Jimbo.
It's a little sunny here, but those days are coming where it's going to be full on rocking and rolling.
Yeah, just that little bit of overcast where you can see a little bit better, you know, maybe a little rain comes in. Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yep. Amen to that. My favorite will be tickling the horn soon with a big old rax.
You firing up the Black Max, or what do you got?
Every year, the black racks do the trick. I love rattling. It's that rocking and rolling time.
I was at work, honestly, driving for work a couple of days ago and drove by a cattle pasture, and there was a set of those black racks stuck up in the cattle fence. Somebody must have dropped them and found them and stuck them there, you know, and it made me laugh because I thought of you immediately.
See, I planted that seed.
Right. Yeah. Hell yeah. Old Jimbo the Black Max.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, guys, don't forget we have a series of amazing giveaways. You know, zap that QR code, hit that link on your phone, follow the TBP Club on YouTube, and subscribe to be entered to win our best prizes. We've got a host of things we're giving away, and we're going to get into that here in a few minutes. So stick around, pay attention.
They're back on me. Shit.
In the meantime, we're checking back in with Dylan, see what he's got going on. Ooh, back to the old water tank.
Yep. All right,
we've got
giveaways.
Matt Portscheller. I want to touch on this real fast. Commenting on YouTube saying he's rattled more bucks in with a black rack than anything else, and it's not close. That's a wild thing to say, man. Obviously that's crazy. Honestly, dude, I've carried rattling antlers and I never pick them up. I don't think it matters much where I'm at like it does where you guys are at. Our bucks are not fighting for does here, like at all. So rattling doesn't really have the same effect it does up in your part of the woods. All right, checking in with these giveaways. We got the Baronet blinds, the wide side 95. That's a big boy. Take your family out, sit in there together. We got the Beast pack of broadheads. That's a 2.3 inch cut diameter on a 100 grain broadhead. That's huge. The boys have been using these this year with what I will account for is pretty damn good success. It's a good cut pattern, good broadhead. The Bomar Archery Grip Tape Nose Button Peep Tuner. That's a package deal, 3 parts. Get a little tape in there, that nose button, that peep tuner. I actually have one of those on mine. Slide it up and down, and it rotates your peep as needed so that it stays in alignment. It's a pretty cool little product. The Black Widow Deer Lures, Branch Butter, and the Scrape Master. Yeah, these things both speak for themselves, man. You could look at the boys' trail cam pics and see exactly how well these work. Great way to get inventory, way to get a little intel. Pre-rut, I would say. Not going to do a whole lot of good later than that. Right now, it'll be fun. The full rut, one bag of coffee. Great coffee. Excellent coffee. Not a good coffee maker in the picture there. Mr. Coffee sucks. But the bag itself, excellent beans. Domain, this is your land. That's a half-acre seed of your choice plus pregame. Domain makes a lot of great products. They're big in the seed world. They've got some mineral stuff too. Check them out. The boys have had ample videos with their food plots, how well it grows. That's a no-brainer. Easton, half dozen of the Axis arrows, made in the USA. Put one through a deer. If you can't put one of those through a deer, then why are you watching this? EH Defense. Recently, we discussed this in our little conversation there, and some guys on YouTube were saying, thanks for saying the name. But yeah, this is I don't know much about this. I have not researched this product, but I think it has a lot of opportunity to be valuable. I think there's a good science in there. So check it out. Look it up for yourself. I think that might be an absolute game changer for deer, especially in drought seasons, where you can throw an additive in there and help them. I mean, if you can help them a little, it's worth it. The First Light Thermo Grid Henley. Very nice. 20 years ago, I worked at American Eagle, and we sold Henleys. 3 buttons, grid pattern, $12. I imagine that First Light Henley is far more expensive, so win that. HHA Sports, the Nitrix Pro. HHA makes the best damn sights in the world. They just do. I mean, it's not even close. It's an absolute game changer of a sight. If you're good at archery, you want an HHA sight. And the Hunter Safety System harness, the Shadow harness and the Lifeline. These are, again, obvious no-brainers. The Lifeline is great if you're a ladder stand hunter or a multi-use hunter from one stand. You hang that thing up there and it's there every time you go back. You clip it to your harness and hoist yourself up there and stay clipped in the whole time. Keep yourself alive, and your kids and wife might be happy about that. Maybe not. I don't know how your family situation is, but win the Hunter Safety System harness. Lacrosse, your choice of boots. The best boots in the world. Get in there. Honestly, they are. Lacrosse is a sister company of Danner. Everybody knows you can't mess with those boots. It's the same thing. The Morel Targets High Roller. Look at B out there in them shorts. He's probably got flip-flops on too. What a turd. Great target. Absolutely great target. You throw it in the back of your truck when you're going on an out-of-town trip and you've got something to practice on, sharpen up before you go out and sit the stand. Very convenient. That's an awesome prize. I think those retail for about $120 if I'm not wrong. I had one in my hands at Rural King a few days ago. Onyx Hunt, the free elite membership. Man, with the elite membership from Onyx Hunt, you can stare in your neighbor's back windows, from what I understand, which is insane. But no, honestly, I'm just kidding. But the elite membership gives you homeowner, landowner information. You can get the phone numbers, information to contact people so you can get a hold of them to potentially hunt private property. Onyx is obviously great. The maps that they have are amazing. And they have a great deal going with Moultrie right now. You can sign up and get a couple of free cameras, I think, if you're interested. But if you're too cheap for that, win with us. The Ozonics HR 600. Fire that son of a bitch up in your stand. Let it puff out that smoke it does. And deer are going to come in every time. No, I'm kidding. The Ozonics emits ozone that blocks the scent that you're putting out from deer being able to smell it. It's gosh, I wish I could remember. I used to know more about this, but I think it's O3 not O2 molecule that those are emitting, and it binds to the molecules that you emit that kill the scent. So it's science. Look it up. Phone scope, $100 gift card. Can't mess with this, man. Speaks for itself. These boys been using these for a long time. Tons of pictures. We got deer. We got deer. If you got a phone scope, we got deer. Reveal cellular camera, the Tacticam 3.0. Giving away one of those as well. Everybody I know uses these. The boys use these. My dad uses these. He loves it. Can't miss. My buddy Doug uses these. Tethered, the Skeletor sticks. If there's one thing in this world I will give Tethered credit for, it is their climbing sticks. Actually, two things. The grappling hook they have, that's pretty cool. And the sticks. Way to go. Win those. And then sit in a hang-on. The Vortex Banshee sunglasses. If you can't see it with the Vortex glasses, you can't see it, brother. Jump on the QR code for a chance to win these. You have to buy something from the TBP store. Enter for your chance to win. You can buy yourself a can koozie for $4, and you could win Banshee sunglasses worth $150. It's simple science. If your wife is
That's a
upset,
win-win.
tell her, shut up. Just kidding. Grand prize for the TBP Club members. Join us on YouTube. Become a member of the TBP Club. You're exclusive to access on stuff that no one else is, and you're one of the only ones that gets entered to win this grand prize drawing. It's a cage blind. It's an awesome blind. I believe Jeremiah Plansky won the blind last time. Is that right, Jimbo?
Yep, that's correct. Yep, that's 100%
Yep.
correct.
And he's following us right now, still watching the show. I'm pretty sure he harvested a deer or two out of that blind with a crossbow, which is cool. But yeah, get in there, man. These prizes are awesome. You're really missing out if you don't join. It's what, $5 a month to be part of the TBP club?
I believe so. And you get access to all our early videos and everything by joining the YouTube, and a lot of benefits to it. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. No, absolutely not. No, for instance, I'm a member and I'm a friend of yours. Like I pay. It's worth it. Like
Especially then you can see all of Spitzley's early hunts.
Well, I used to tune in for the misses, but lately it seems like he's killing deer.
He's just putting them through the pump station. He's slinging arrows and taking names later.
All right, I'm going to take a second and check into YouTube, see how everybody's doing. Matt Portscheller comments and says he's rattled more bucks in with that black rack, which I already said, but he also said if you have a lot of does, he thinks rattling is less effective. Same. I'm with you. Deer density is everything.
I have a lot of does by me. I have a lot of does by me, and I rattle tons of bucks in. I mean, my best day is I've rattled 18 different bucks in one sit, and I've got, like, my doe population is way bigger than the bucks.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Yeah, serious.
You rattled in 18 bucks in one sit?
Yeah, serious. The first time I sat with Michael,
you deserve
Michael,
to pay your property taxes.
yeah. The first time Michael sat with me and I started rattling, he thought I was crazy. And that day, we sat for less than 2 hours, and we rattled over 5 different bucks in less than that 2-hour sit we did. And then
Really?
he leaned over to me and said, "We're taking those to Iowa." And then we went to Iowa, and he rattled his first buck in on that I videoed for him, and I'll never forget that hunt. That was awesome. But yeah,
Very
the
cool.
black racks, I love those.
Yeah. Yeah. I know, I think bowhunting.com put an article out within the last few days about the difference between plastic and bone.
I
I don't.
used before the black racks, I used a bunch of other ones and never had any success. And then when I switched to those black racks, it was night and day difference. I mean, bucks would just come racing in, and I couldn't even have enough time to set those down and grab my bow. They'd be like right there, and I couldn't grab my
No
bow
shit.
fast enough, and
Really?
then they'd be busting out. One of the
Huh.
times I was rattling, I rattled a buck, and he was in a timber over from me, come running down the ridge, and he stopped at 15 yards from me, was looking around, and he came in so fast I couldn't even put down the black racks fast enough to grab my bow to shoot him. He was there and gone.
You were like, hold on, sir. Allow me to put these down before I shoot you. That's wild, man. Do you ever use the who makes them? The little sticks in a rubber bag. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, the rattle dowel bag?
Yeah.
I tried that, but I never had any luck. You know, I got a funny story about that. Last year,
I always thought that
I
one
was in.
sounded the best.
I never had any luck with that, but I have a real funny story with that because last year I went to Iowa to film Mike. I was filming Mike for a little bit, and then I had to go film Hayden because Hayden needed somebody to fill in or go with him and film for him because we were going to Missouri. So he picked me up in the morning. You know, he had his decoy, everything, and we slipped into where we were hunting. And I asked him, I'm like, well, where are your black racks? He's like, look through. He's like, oh, they're in the bag. He looked through the whole bag and couldn't find them. And he's like, oh, shoot, I forgot them. So then his friend had like a little shop. So we went back to his friend's shop to see if we could find a, old set of horns or something. So what we ended up doing is I had a sock where we took a sock off of my camera because I use it to protect the lens and stuff. So then he had a skill saw there, so he cut a bunch of those little dowels, and we made our own little rattle bag out of things.
Yeah.
And use
Yeah,
that.
hell yeah.
So,
It
sometimes
sounds
you got to
good. Those
troubleshoot a
dowels,
little bit.
honestly, that's what I've always thought. Those little dowel bags sound the best, and whichever one they make that has like a rubber net outside of it, you can buy it at
Mhm.
Walmart, and it's got those little brown sticks in it. I think that one sounds about the best, but nothing's gonna sound more natural than natural, obviously. So I just don't. I've always wondered if bucks can tell a difference. I would assume they can't. I mean, you're going to tell me that I can stand here in the woods with camouflage on and a buck can look at me and not figure out that I'm not a tree, but he's going to be able to hear the difference between brown plastic and black plastic? I don't, I don't know, man.
Well, see, though, too, they're so fired up.
All right, sorry, Jimbo, we got a buck on B. We're going to check in real quick with him.
Yep.
Running our yaps and not even paying attention.
Yeah. Got to stay on course here.
Just got a little guy. All right. That's a nice buck, man, for where I'm sitting. Probably not for where he's sitting, but it's a good-looking young buck.
Yeah. Hey, he's got to get in on the action too.
So B's got a deer behind this buck going left to right.
Yards past him. I see another one back there right now.
100 yards behind him.
These does. He's acting like there's a bigger buck.
Bigger buck. He's acting like there's a bigger buck. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, hopefully it's a shooter and we get some action here.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking Brennan shouldn't be too greedy and just pop this boy.
Sender?
I am not the right guy to be commentating on Iowa deer hunts.
You got to keep your eyes on the prize, the bigger one. You got to just be patient. Good things come to those who wait. Remember, Carrot.
I can see legs.
What? Yeah. B's been waiting, and that's a pretty good thing.
I can see
Yep.
legs behind him, but I can't tell what it is yet. Should have Warrior Walker game here.
We're sorry about the lag, guys. We got a little bit of an issue with the pixelation and stuff. We're trying to dial it in. That's about like the buck, pretty much the same that I have right now on our property where I'm trying to shoot. That's for bow hunting in Tennessee. You don't let him walk by.
He gets the arrow right to the pump station.
Uh-huh.
Spitzley style, right?
Well, it depends. I mean, if we're going to cook him that day, he's probably getting an arrow right through the neck. All right, we had a little bit of a battery swap situation going on with Brenning there that caused a little bit of a camera issue, but we are in good shape now. And Mansell's got a little lady peeking around.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we're back. In the saddle again.
You got to try one of those. Those are nice. They're comfy, Carrots.
What? Oh, a saddle. I believe it, man.
You know, I was pretty skeptic until I tried it, and then once I tried it, they're actually pretty comfortable and not that bad.
Yeah.
And I'm old school and stubborn.
I know, me too. Now, there's definitely circumstances where I could see it, but I've talked so much shit that I just never could.
Never too late. You always can try it.
It's funny because we actually, I grew up in sawmills, and my dad worked at the sawmill, and like we had tree spikes and saddle rigs for that kind of stuff when I was a kid. Like it's nothing new to me. And the saddle hunting community made a push back then in the early 90s, and it just never caught. So this now recently, when it was making another push, I was like, it's never going to catch. But it caught this time.
Call you little lager carrots.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Nice flock of geese there. Bunch of honkers.
If you go back to that and figure out exactly how those geese were flying, we might be able to pinpoint his location.
Yeah.
So B still
Hey,
got his
so
little
do
buck
I.
munching around in Iowa. We've got some nice. I'm assuming what you Midwest boys would call this field is CRP. We call it weeds down here in the South.
Still have that little buck around by Brennan.
I'm more apt to sit a location like Brennan is, or Mike. I don't like field edges. I just never have much luck. They always turn out great for other people, but I have never been able to seal the deal on a field edge in my life.
I hunt a lot of field edge lines along with corner cuts going into those. I've had a lot of deer by those. But I do
Yeah.
like how Mike and Brennan set ups in the woods as well, especially when
Yeah.
with all the acorns.
Right. There's a giant mass crop right now. I mean, I think I saw in our state they said 63 or 65% of the oaks are dropping acorns this year, which is as good
Yeah,
as
it
you
was
can
a
get.
massive
I
crop.
mean,
It was very
yep.
solid.
Which, quite honestly, makes it tougher to hunt. I mean, they've got food everywhere. They don't give a damn about anything you have going on. There's acorns
Nope, they
in
just pretty
piles
much graze
everywhere.
and gorge on the acorns and stay in that little spot and then just go bed back down.
Travis
Yeah, Mike
Trader
and
is
Brennan
saying,
both have
Josh
deer
and
on.
Jim, help a guy out. 1 week's vacation to use coming up. What are your best days of the rut to hunt? Travis, that depends, and Jimbo, I'm sure will agree, depends entirely on where you're at, buddy. What state are you hunting?
Yeah, I would
We
agree.
can't really.
Definitely depends where he is and how his food plots are set up, what's around for forage, what the farmer has standing. I mean, a lot of that is big variables on how you take your vacay.
Right.
I know by me
Kevin.
too, a lot is with, like last year I had a lot of standing corn where I kind of played it a little more earlier because the pre-rut, they were zipping around and moving more, and then with that corn, they just kind of hang in that corn and not go anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Kevin Trent says he's got 1 or 2 bucks on cam down here where I'm at, but they just won't daylight where he can get in there with his wheelchair. And I'm with you, man. I mean, I don't have a wheelchair, obviously. I don't mean that, but my bucks are not daylighting either at the moment. They were a few days, but the last few days, nothing. Nobody's coming out in daylight. I've got doe and a couple of fawns that have been coming out on one cam every morning, and even they are not coming out. So I feel like things are hitting a little bit of a slowdown as far as what I've seen, but who knows?
Well, too, it's gonna flop soon. I mean, once those deer turn on and they start, firing up and firing on all cylinders, it's gonna be crazy. It's just a
Yeah,
matter
yeah.
of time, and those days coming.
Brian Kolzak. My sister dated Gulig for a while after high school. She said he never could seal the deal. Looks like some things never change. I would like to take this opportunity to formally congratulate Brian for commenting the same thing 2 years in a row, or 3 years in a row, because I know he said this last year and maybe the year before that too. He just will not let Goulash, will not let him go.
No, he's pretty much stuck in there. Just staying behind that tree and not appearing. Yeah, that
Yeah,
Kozak
man. I
definitely
mean,
can't let things go.
we getting rain? You got rain coming in?
It's almost that magic hour where they're all going to be starting to show up, and
Jeremiah Plansky, welcome to the Breaking Point Club. Thanks for joining us, Bubba. Good Lord, you win a $5,000 blind and it takes you 2 years to pay $5 to join the club? God dang! About time! I'm just teasing you, Pumpkin Man. Happy to have you, buddy. Longtime friend. We're just giving him shit. He's been around forever. Very good dude. If you need a pumpkin and you're in Wisconsin and you want one that your truck can barely haul, he's the guy. Hit up Jeremiah Plansky. If he's not growing big ass pumpkins, he's usually shooting some pretty good deer.
that
Lee Weber, thank you, man. Thanks for joining the club, TBP Club. Jump in there if you want that cage blind at the end of the season. That's the only way to get it. I actually thought I was a member of the TBP Club too, but I guess I'm not. I don't like you guys that much. All right, another young lady coming in on Mansell.
Yep.
What, Jimbo, what's the persimmon crop like up there where you guys are at?
What are you exactly looking for like on that kind of answer, like what's mostly standing like right now for corn or beans?
No,
or-
persimmon, bud. Persimmons. What's the persimmon crop like? The mast crop for persimmon trees? Do you guys have those up there? I know you do, but they might not be a target tree like they are in the south. Is that something you guys hunt?
Not really. I
No?
don't. No.
Okay. That's growing up I always hunted well, I say always. A couple times I hunted Indiana where my grandparents lived. And that's the first time I ever learned about persimmon trees. And they grow a fruit like a little peach, but it's got multiple and not a pit. And they grow sweet, and you can make jams and jellies. They're about that big around. They're a super good deer crop down here. We got a deer on Mansell right now, so I'll go ahead and shut myself up. But we'll pick back up on the persimmons in a minute.
Yeah, it looks like a doe to me.
Yeah, Mansell getting a little shook, but he gets a little shook from time to time.
Yeah.
Melissa, if you're tuning in, we're happy to have you. Can't wait to meet you. Garrett Burton, thanks for chiming in on the club too. Glad to have you, buddy. Awesome. Kevin Trent says 99% of the persimmons here done fell. Kevin, you ain't right about that. We've hanging on to a few. 99 is a little steep. I would say probably 85% of the persimmons have fell. But as much as people talk about how much deer love those, I know they love them and I know they eat them. I've never seen it. I've never seen it on camera. I've never hunted a persimmon tree that was dropping. I've had no actual experience with that, but it's like one of those things. It's like catching raccoons with aluminum foil. That's how people do it. They all tell you they do it, but you probably never going to do it. The persimmons. I'm curious. But we had a church service recently at the park on the river. We do an outdoor service every year. And there were a bunch of persimmons along the river there that had been dropping. So I picked up a whole backpack full. And I've got a orchard getting started in my backyard right now. So circle back in about 15 years, Kevin, and we'll have another conversation about those persimmons.
So you're saying to be persimmons.
Yeah. It's a weird little fruit, man. It's they're good. I was eating them. They're like a plum. Like the heart of the fruit is like a plum. You know how fibery and orange like a plum is on the inside? That's what a persimmon's like, and they're similar in flavor too a little bit.
Yeah, I've never really dealt with any of those, so I'll do a little research on it.
Yeah, Indiana. Like I said, that was the first time I ever heard about them. Dad was telling me how much deer like them, and I was probably 11. And I was like, why the hell are you waking me up right now? It's 5 in the morning. Persimmons.
Didn't even have your coffee yet. you would have had your full rut coffee, you'd have been fine.
That's right. I'd have had a 10-point down.
Mm-hmm.
That one's still right here. The one's still right here. Oh, two of them went.
Mansell's still observing that doe. Kevin Trent says he checked 12 persimmon trees the other day and only one had any left.
She's still right here, though.
Hey, one's
That's
better
probably
than
accurate.
none.
Yeah, no, he's probably right. I mean, that's about the timeline. When we did that church service, it was last weekend, 2 weeks ago. And they had dropped probably 70% of them by then, so it tracks. I'd say they're all probably dropped by now. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick commercial break one more time. Stay tuned. When we come back, if you can guess the age of this buck behind me, you will win my 6-year-old daughter.
So the Reveal Ultra, it's the culmination of 10 years worth of experience just listening to what customers really wanted us to build. Everything that we've learned and everything that we've developed, we've been able to pack it all into one camera. It's going to check all the boxes that you guys have asked us for a lot of years. It's never been done.
At HHA, bow hunting is in our blood. At the moment of truth, there are no shortcuts, no excuses. It's just you and your bow. So when we build a sight for these moments that take your breath away. For the past 40 years, we've been setting the tempo for bow sights in the hunting industry, and this year we did it yet again. New for 2025, the Nitrix from HHA.
All right. Sorry, guys. We're checking in with Mansell. We're back to Brennan. He's got a potential shooter on camera if we can get it to poke out from behind those leaves there. Stick around.
Heck yeah, hopefully we get to see him send one.
This could potentially be Brennan's shooter that we're tuning into, but But Mansell's trying to shoot a doe. I don't know, boys.
Yeah,
Hell
Mike
yeah, there he
just got
goes.
a doe. Right through the
Freezer
pump
Queen.
station.
Meat down.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, good. Good on him, dude. You know how many times I have rallied for you guys to shoot a doe during this show? Good on you, Mansell. If you're shooting does, now is the time of year to do it. If you're shooting, Mansell's got a Oh, B's got a shooter buck on him. Hold
Yep,
on.
B's got a shooter.
No. And Mansell has a shooter also?
Just B.
All right. Just B. I'm sorry. Just B has the shooter. He might do a loop and come right. We had Mansell with a little video of a young buck that I couldn't see very well.
And we got Brennan here anticipating his shooter buck looping around and coming into the spot where he figures he's going to take his crack at him. Hopefully he does his loop and gives B his opportunity where he can send that arrow and keep the show rolling and keep the fire burning.
Keep the fire burning.
Film that other one until we see him again. He's gonna come. Well, I think it was last year's fawn. They came in between 30 yards, 35, and the one doe literally needed to come 5 yards or 10 yards left or 10 yards right, would have had a shot. And they went straight away. We were watching them there at about 45. And luckily, Quentin caught this one coming from the right of us.
Yeah. Why do you...
I would just leave it on B.
We're going to stick
He's
back
got
to
a
B.
really nice
Mansell's
buck
got a
there.
doe down. He's got meat in the freezer. B's got a buck called Popeye coming in. And if he's got a name, he's in the game.
Yep, you betcha. Hopefully olive oil brings him to B.
Might be the gayest thing I've ever said.
Coming right here. He just ran a doe out of there. He's right there chasing her. It's Popeye. Did you get that? Another doe.
Let's go, big boy. Kevin Trent saying, bring me some persimmons. It's the deer's favorite candy.
I'm starting to feel it.
That's what I've always heard, man.
No,
But I do know that they produce their mass once every other year. So when you're hunting persimmons this year, you're not going to be hunting them next year.
He's very familiar with this water hole, so he might come to drink. I can see a doe down in the bottom. Okay. There's a doe down in the bottom just to the left of that branch.
Yep, everybody's getting
We're going to take a
right
second
now so
and
far.
switch over to Gulig real quick. He's got a couple of deer out in the field. Now's the time, buddy. 7 o'clock.
Yep, getting to be that magic hour.
I know you guys think it's 8, but you're wrong. It's 7.
Yeah, it was going crazy. Flipping from one deer to another because they were just popping and going.
Mansell.
What I want to know is B going to shoot this buck or not? I mean, we've had these little talks about, oh, it might be one of his shooters.
He's facing left.
But I know that dude could tuck an arrow in right there. So, what's the holdup?
Yeah, he's usually spot on. He's definitely a solid shot.
No, I mean, I'm kidding. He definitely couldn't take that shot. I just mean,
No, but I've seen him shoot. He
he's
shoots a lot, and he's pretty spot on.
he's a stud.
Oh yeah.
But he's saying this is not the shooter. This is not the buck he wants to shoot. And what I'm struggling to understand is why we even do this. If that's not the buck he wants to shoot.
Once again, Carrots, patience pays off. Good things come to those who wait. I'm gonna have to make you a shirt and send that to you.
I'd appreciate that. Now that's a good looking buck. It's a young buck, obviously in Iowa. You would not shoot that deer, but here where I'm at, I'm sending one.
Carrots is capitalizing. Yep.
We did have Popeye on camera. This is not Popeye.
He was briefly on camera, and then he took off like a lightning streak after a doe.
All right. Looking live. It's a golden hour. Deer on the hoof, moving around.
Yeah, definitely. Things are definitely picking up hot here.
I'll tell you what, whoever is tuning in live and watching right now, if you can answer me this question, what is the term? Let me see if I can even describe it. Deer are morning and evening animals. Lots of animals are that way. What is the term that describes that behavior when you come out dusk and dawn and you're docile the rest of the day? If you can answer that, I will send you a pair of whitetail gun holding. Here we go. I'll grab them. Whitetail gun holding mounts for your wall that hold a rifle. On me, I'll ship it to you. First person to answer that correctly. What is the term that describes the behavior of deer or any... Yeah, Midwest Noah got it already. Send me an email. josh@tnfireplace.com. Crepuscular. And we just had a good video series going around from Grant Woods. If you're not familiar, he's a great whitetail biologist talking about that behavior. Crepuscular behavior. Dusk and dawn. That's when they hit it. All right, I'm going to put these down so I can go grab those and show Noah what he's got coming.
Yeah, too, while we're just kind of taking a little break here, Also like to say thank you to all the sponsors that make this show possible and supply us this stuff, and all the viewers who are viewing right now to be a part of this and give us the opportunity to bring them live action. So I'd just like to give a shout out to everybody with the sponsors and the viewers and everybody, and to say a big thank you.
Absolutely, man. That's the only way we can do any of this. Just the sponsorship and the people that come alongside. All right,
Yeah,
producer Spitz, bring me back in. Let me show off these gun holders that I'm about to give away. Here we go, Noah. There you go, buddy. Oh. They extend. They're spring loaded.
Looks like Michael's going to be drawn back on a doe here. He's going to take a shot. Yep. Yeah, looks like he was
Mansell's
drawn on. Oh,
drawn.
he dropped it back down. I seen him drawing back, so I thought he said something about a doe. So, okay.
Why not? Noah won the deer antler gun holders that I have here that are spring loaded, that were actually part of my grandfather's collection that I have several of that I hang my own rifles on. So that's not some bullshit that you get from a company. This isn't Sitka sending you a hat. These are grandpa's, son. You better understand what that's worth. And he answered correctly. Crepuscular. That's the term to describe activity of animals who are dusk and dawn primarily when they are active. That's crepuscular.
I didn't know you could say a long word like that, Carrots.
That's because you don't lead with your gifts, son.
Gotcha.
If you realize that you can describe a word like that, you'll stumble over it. Damn, it's a good night to watch some deer move, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
What do we got? Sandhill cranes in the background?
That's what it sounds like, or some sandhills.
Yep.
Got that one going. It's a little after 6 o'clock here. We were in some action here for the last hour, kind of on pins and needles. We had a doe come in, big doe, and then shortly after that, we had looked like probably last year's doe come right behind her. And it, hey, right here, another one coming. Another one coming. Yeah.
Looks like Michael's getting on some more action.
It's a big
Let's go. Here we go.
And I've been preaching for a doe down, slow down for a long time. Let's go.
Remember that bee's running right now.
She testing your patience, Carrots.
Seems to be.
Man, this week I'm going to have to go to the store and get that shirt printed up, Patience, and send it to you.
I've got none, brother. None. I think that's a aspect of having 4 kids. The moment I walk in the door, somebody needs something. Come here. No patience.
Come on, it can't be that
world.
bad. It looks like you still have all your hair.
Yeah, I do. I do. It's because I've got a rock solid wife. But she's out of town this weekend, so it's just me and 4 kids upstairs doing who knows what right now.
She's just testing you and keeping you in check.
Yeah. Kingfisher D2 says, do they have pigs in Wisconsin? Look like pig damage around those does. I think he's talking about where Dylan's at, and that would be scrape damage, just churning stuff up. Hey, what do we got there, Dylan? Dylan's got a little buck on him. We're going to switch over.
There.
Yeah, going back to Kingfisher's comments about the ground being churned up there. That's deer. Deer, turkeys, coons. You put any kind of feed out, and that's what happens. That was probably a pile of something left over from the summer, and they turn up that dirt like that, looking for anything they can find. That's a good-looking buck, though.
Yeah.
That's another reason I've never liked goulash. Dang.
Can't seal the deal, huh? According to Kozak.
I don't like the way it tastes. I don't need noodles in my meat. I don't want that. Let's go. That's a beautiful deer, man.
Now remember, Carrots, you got to keep the eyes on the prize. Is euchre buck. That's the one you wanted to see.
I don't know, man. What's a bag limit in Wisconsin?
Just 1 buck, and then depends what area you are in for does. Because like for me, since I have a rifle and a doe tag, I get up to 6 doe tags with that, and I can use either weapon to fill all 6 doe tags. But you get 1 rifle tag and 1 bow tag for Wisconsin. Hopefully this doe gives Michael an opportunity where he can capitalize on number 2. It brings back memory of me when I was filming Michael when I went to Iowa. And he shot 2 does in 10 minutes, and we were
Yeah.
dragging and stacking.
She's going left.
That's what I call hunters for the hungry mode. Sometimes I go into that mode too.
Like they say, Carrots, you won't have no meat for that chili unless you let them fly.
That's right. And we still have a giveaway going on from last season that is separate from the breaking point. That's my own stupid thing. This buck over my left shoulder, right shoulder, on reverse. If anybody can guess the year that that was harvested, we're going to send you a package also. And that's just a fun side note thing that we're doing. Right now, activity is a little higher, so probably won't pan to that. But here in a minute, Scott's going to give you a picture of that deer. And if you can guess the year that that was harvested, I'll send you a package.
She's got to be right behind that tree.
All right, here we go. Let's see if I can get it in here.
Looks like Mike's going to be getting an opportunity. Hopefully she steps in this window.
Going left, but she was like behind that tree. She's gonna skirt us.
Looks like she's going to skirt him.
She went up over here to the left. Yeah. Put her back on here. We'll try and get this interview out of the way.
Goes in the field.
Looks like back to Michael for finish up follow interview on the doe he shot.
Oh wait, she's right here.
Since that doe came in and interrupted. Oops, sounds like she's coming back.
She's coming back.
All right.
Let's go.
Light her up.
Come on. Let's see it.
Put that beast to work.
Oh, she didn't like something.
What's Scott Brennan? Is he just practicing or? Okay. Let's go. Let's see what's going on with Mikey. Hopefully she comes back.
If anybody can get a young lady to come back, it's Mike Mansell. Oh, we've got some good live guesses on the YouTube. On the buck on the wall. Gosh darn. Yeah, I know what
it's on
it
the
is.
back of
It's
the
got
deer.
a-
We talked about it last year.
It's tagged with the date. Yeah, I know what it is.
So do I.
That aside, yeah. It's a cool one though.
Do I get a mulligan and a retry?
Alright, okay.
Going back to Mansell. Here we go.
In the action here tonight. I've had a handful of those kind of popping in and out. It's been an absolute cluster because they'll come, they'll go, they'll come left of the tree, right of the tree. Quentin's been having to spin left and right all. It's been a circus because they haven't been able to figure out which way they want to come in. Earlier we had a doe and 2 does actually, one big one and a little bit smaller doe. Thinking it was probably last year's fawn. The one got to about 30. I thought it was going to take the trail right here on the back side of the tree. Then both of them just turned and walked away out to about 45. And right at the same time, luckily, Quentin caught a deer out of the corner of his eye behind me. And that deer came, stopped right on the edge of this opening. I thought it was going to walk out and give me just a nice, easy 15-yard shot. And for some reason, it decided to just sprint, come right down, right below us. And luckily, he was able to get back on it. He kind of had to maneuver around me. But we shot her at 10 yards. She went over here about 30 yards and piled up. And we've still had deer on us since then. But they're a little bit wiser now. So we're gonna hang tight here for a little while. We're gonna lose shooting light, camera light in here probably earlier than anywhere else, just because we're in a really dense canopy. So probably give it another 20 minutes or so and then get down and recover this doe, and who knows, maybe we'll get another opportunity at one here.
Well, there it is, the doe man himself. Looking to close out the last few moments of daylight. All right, everybody who's been listening and paying attention. Here's our buck in question. This is so hard.
Hey, today, Junior.
This is wildly difficult. Okay? There he is. Yep. The year that buck was taken. If you can guess the year that buck was taken first, we'll send you a little gift pack. And this has been well, that's what they've all done. That's what they're doing now. This has been a 2-season escapade. So we've had people trying to guess for going on 2 years now. And nobody's got it yet. Still a couple youngies out here on goulash. Perfect time, man. I guarantee you there's probably a nice buck standing out in front of my tree stand right now. One of them. Just eating.
He'll do his photo op for you and then pass on.
I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure. All right, guys, we're going to take one more commercial break here in a sec. I'm checking the YouTube as we go. Stick around. We'll be right back.
testing of the 2024 lineup began years ago.
Put it to the test in Missouri, Kansas, Ohio.
That's a beautiful sight. Look at that.
Bringing together this collection of minds of people who actually spend collectively thousands of days in the woods.
It was pretty amazing to see how quickly they could adapt and go, okay, that little piece is gone and we're going to fix it.
It just got fine-tuned into something that, in my opinion, is no doubt the best whitetail gear on the planet.
I mean, that's lungs.
Line up here with Dylan. He's got some deer on the hoof. And apparently he's not quite as hungry as Mansell. Kind of running out of daylight here, so we're getting into the last few minutes. Nobody has guessed this buck yet on the YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and close out the giveaway at this point, and we'll hit it again next episode. Because odds are someone should have gotten it. And I'm going to have to do some homework to make sure no one did. But imagine a man pre-World War II walking out into the woods with a rifle, going on a hunt, going to shoot a deer, going to feed his family, knowing full well this might be the last time I do this. The next time I might be hunting a German. That is where we're at with that buck. And it's a wild place to put yourself.
Give a shout out to all our viewers and stuff. Also go online, scan that code, and have a chance to win some awesome prizes. And also, if you go on our YouTube channel and subscribe to that, you can qualify for the grand prize also. So just a reminder for all our viewers out there. We got a lot of great prizes. Scan that QR code and go on YouTube and subscribe and have a chance to win an amazing cage blind. Well, as we go through here in Wisconsin, Dylan dropped off because he ran out of light and pulling the plug because it was shooting time for him. So we are on the other guys right now because they are in Iowa where they have a different time zone and a little more light.
It's wild that you say we're with the other Mike and the boys at the same time. You ever seen that movie, Jimbo? The other guys? Come on, somebody's got to get that reference.
No, I haven't seen it. Well, as we're getting down to the final minutes here, it's like also to say to those viewers again to scan the QR code. They have a opportunity to buy some products, whatever you purchase that puts you in the running for a lot of great prizes. These broadheads, lacrosse, many other prizes. And then once again, if you go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, that'll put you in for the running for really nice grand prize, the cage blind, which I have one and I love. And I know Mr. Plansky, I talked to him and he really loves his cage blind. So go to that YouTube and subscribe and have a chance at an awesome prize. Yep.
You get insider access. You get videos earlier than anyone else. Honestly, my kids like to get up on a Saturday or Sunday and watch the TBP videos. And it's way better than K-pop Demon Hunters. So hell yeah. Get in there and get some.
Yeah, just for that small amount that you pay, definitely have a amazing chance at one heck of a grand prize and a lot of good videos.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That cage blind, worth it in itself. And honestly, getting to chime in with us and hang out with us and knowing that you give enough of a shit to join the club makes us care a little more about what you have to say. It just does, you know? You're in the group.
Yeah,
you're joining the team.
Definitely.
Yeah. You too could watch Mansell shoot a doe and potentially another one every weekend during the rut. Tony Austin, thank you for joining the club, buddy. Appreciate that. Get entered into that cage blind at the end of the year. All these prizes we have going out. Heck yeah. So with the time we have here, Jimbo, I'd like to pick your brain a little bit. Tell me about the pre-rut. Where you're at right now in your neck of the woods. Is Mansell about to interview us? If he is, you can cut me off. But these deer right now are, in my opinion, in your neck of the woods, are probably pre-rut, if that makes any sense. Tell me what you think about that.
Yeah, they're starting to scrap and they're starting to get into it and definitely getting to the point where rattling's definitely going to be effective. They're going to be starting to establish their dominance and start protecting food sources where a lot of those does hang out and claim their territories. And yeah, by me, they're definitely starting to pick up a lot where I'm starting to get a lot of fighting videos on my trail cameras and a lot of bucks starting to pop in and out. So yeah, I'm definitely agreeing with you that it's pretty much getting into that top pre-rut time.
Yeah. Yeah, I assume you guys up there are probably knocking on the door of the rut coming up mid-November. So you probably have 2-3 weeks before things really kick off. Down here, it's always been so hard to time that. Like, it's a different thing. You know, it's just, I don't know if it's the terrain that the deer have to utilize here that makes it different, or the temperature, or I've always thought, in my mind, I've always thought rut is only predicted by the photo period, like the amount of daylight. You know, deer can pick up on that, and when that starts to change, they change their behavior.
Now we have Mansell coming up with an interview.
Yeah.
Alright, we're losing light here pretty quick. We got probably 10-15 minutes of legal light here, but being in this woods, it's gonna get dark on us fast. I think we're gonna actually pack up now, try and get an early jump on getting this deer out of here taken care of for tonight. So, me and Quentin are bouncing. Thank you all for watching this week's episode of Rut Live. Look forward to bringing these to you over the next few weeks, and hopefully we can get some bucks down here in the coming shows. So, but we got a good start tonight here. Got our first deer of the year down in urban. Got to get a couple more down to ensure that I have a buck tag for next year. So I'll just keep putting some time in here and should be able to get some more opportunities, but it feels good to at least break the ice here and get my first whitetail of the year down this year. So that's going to be a wrap on the night, and we'll be getting out here tomorrow night here with this cold front hitting and see if we can score on a buck. Peace.
Checking in with Brennan for his closer.
Ready? Good. It's getting dark on us quick here in the woods. It's overcast. We got some rain moving in. Probably gonna lose light. Solid 15 minutes before legal. But we had a hell of a sit for October 18th. Had that spike buck come in early and then 3 does. Then we had that nice 8-pointer behind us. Probably a 3-year-old deer. He had another little buck with him. A little while later, Popeye showed up down in the bottom. Popeye's a 7-plus-year-old buck. This marks the 5th year in a row I've had encounters with that deer. He was on the hit list last year, and I could have killed him, but unfortunately, he busted off half of his rack last year, so he got the pass. I don't think that'll be the last time we see him. But everything worked as we kind of hoped for this spot. The wind cooperated for the most part. Swirled a little bit, but I think we hunted this stand pretty clean here tonight, so that's the main thing, getting in and out of these spots without these deer having a clue. I think we did that tonight, but we'll keep the camera on for you guys until we're out of light. But it ain't gonna be much longer. Appreciate you guys watching Rut Live this week. We're gonna be back at it the next 3 Saturdays in a row, so make sure you check back in. It's gonna be a little bit earlier each week with days getting shorter. And stick with us. Somebody's gonna draw some blood.
All right, guys. Successful night in the
I got
tree.
like 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's been a very successful night. A lot of action. Michael dropping a doe, getting the ice broken, and almost had another opportunity where he's able to punch another doe down and keep things rolling. We saw one of Brennan's nice bucks where he almost had a chance, but just didn't go his way. But then Gulig had a bunch of deer on him too. Saw a nice about 2.5-year-old deer, and overall it's been a pretty eventful night.
100%, man. Growing up in the deer hunting world, I always thought, you watch the people who succeed the most, and that was always the juries, and it was always October lull. Don't even hunt, back in those days. But honestly, late October, mid to late October is one of my favorite times to be in a tree. That I've killed a lot at that time, a few times, but it just is the best time to sit. I get my most enjoyment out of late October. It's beautiful temperatures, beautiful sunrise, sunset. It's awesome. So that's my favorite time. But yeah, I'm looking forward to these guys. They've got opportunity coming in. I don't think opportunities are at their highest right now from what I've seen, but they're damn close. I mean, we're missing it by just a little bit right now, in my opinion. So I think maybe next week, everybody come back. I bet we'll put one down.
Yeah, I agree with you. But like they say too, like on the fishing part of things, time on the water is the only way to get that big one in the net. Same thing with the woods. Time in the woods is when you get your deer down and on the ground, and more
Yep.
opportunities you get.
Yep, 100%. 100%. The difference being with deer, you've got to be careful because you don't want to sit the same stand over and over again and give them a heads up that you're there, you know. So it's tricky. It's different.
Like if you've seen it like on the Neighbors.
Everybody watching, thank you for tuning in. We're very excited. Thank you for all of our sponsors. You know, the guys that pitch in for this are the only reason we can do it. So if you need a bow sight, buy it from HHA. You know, like.
Yeah, those are pretty solid sights, and along with many of the other products. I mean, this was the first year shooting those Beast broadheads for me, and I've shot a lot of different mechanicals, and they are definitely the Cadillac of all expandables by far. I mean, shooting those, they are amazing.
Yeah, I could tell that just by looking at them. My local bow shop where I go buy my broadheads didn't have them. They sold out. They said every time we get a pack of them in, they're gone. And I wasn't looking to shoot those broadheads anyway, but it's interesting, you know, to see. And I think they're a titanium ferrule. Is that right? Like it's not stainless. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they look like a nice broadhead, man.
They are the Cadillac because North Dakota was my first time shooting them, and wow, they do not disappoint. They are one amazing broadhead. But yeah, we're kind of winding down here. Things are getting to be to the end of this night of hunting, and also to the viewers out there, it was a pleasure to be one of your hosts and go through and see all your comments and have your chances at Carrot's deerhead guess and along at his rifle holder, which was also appreciated that he is donating products, and say big shout out to the sponsors and say thank you to everyone.
Man, I bet you the box that these came out of is from 1970. No shit. And I've got a couple of them that I hang my rifles on in my office here. But Grandpa passed and had a whole box full of these things. So, Noah, they're headed your way. You better put that rifle on the wall, son. You better teach your kids how to hunt. That's what it's all about.
Yep, definitely getting the new generation into it and the youth.
We're glad to have you all back. Nobody has guessed the buck yet, but it's coming. It's coming. We're watching it close, and we'll shoot you something special if you do also. Again, like you said, Jimbo, can't thank our sponsors enough. Can't thank our viewers enough. Thank you guys. You're more important than the sponsors for sure. Without you, we wouldn't have them.
Yep, definitely. Also, give a shout out to Mr. Spitzley, who puts a lot of time in behind the scenes and does a lot of other stuff for us, getting us all set up as well.
Mr. Producer Man. Mr. Producer Man does a damn good job.
Producers are.
Yeah. Hopefully, hopefully we get him back in here this season to join us on one of these episodes. But again, thank you guys so much. Glad to have you in here, and join us next week. We're going to do it again. We're going to kill a buck next week.
I'm Colton, and I suck at hunting. But you know what else that sucks? Insurance. But if you know somebody that needs help with health or Medicare, give me a call. That's at least something I can make suck a little less. Contact me at the insurance center. Hey, I don't suck anymore.
You've reached the voicemail of Greg Godfrey with Tethered. Unfortunately, I'm out of the office this week. I am attending a new product development conference in the Midwest, and I will be out all week. Please leave me a message, and I will get back with you as soon as I can.
Yeah, I've been looking for a big one, but it's really hard to find.
Is this one big enough?
I think I'll keep looking.
Hey, I've got one over here I can show you.
Well, I hope yours is bigger than the one the last guy showed me.
I think I have exactly what you're looking for.
Yep, that's huge.
Try it out.
I'll take it. Sorry, boys.